Hi, I'm Jason Robertson with Star Builders, your one-stop home improvement specialist. Star Builders specializes in bathroom remodels, kitchen remodels, and additions. On this project, our clients had us spend quite a bit of time in their kitchen, living room, and doing some floor coverings throughout their home. And we're going to spend some time. I'm going to get to share this project with you, and we're going to take a look at actually what we've done. Follow me. Hi Bob, hi Darcy.
Hey Jay.
Okay, we're standing in the kitchen, and this was probably one of the more challenging areas. It used to have white tile, little 4x4 inch tiles on the counters. It was white everywhere because, as you can see, the floor is white, the walls were white, it was white everywhere.
The sinks were white.
Very sterile.
Yeah, everything was white.
Yeah.
The appliances were white, and we were trying to figure out how to bring color in here. Do we paint the cabinets? Do we not paint the cabinets? And so after a lot of discussion with Jay, a lot of choices, a lot of looking at tiles, countertops, we decided to go with this countertop, which is
It's a 3 centimeter quartz Cambria countertop.
and then the backsplash, which is
That's a glass, and what's really neat is that you guys wanted to have the brick pattern, and it really highlights the countertop, and the colors look well together, and it is glass, so that works real well.
and we brought in these stainless steel appliances, and then after it was all done, that once the countertop went up, we realized that the countertop brought in a much richer feel to the kitchen, made the oak look much richer, and we did not need to go ahead and try to paint the cabinets or replace them.
And then of course the last element that really tied the colors in together and really made the kitchen look fresh was introducing the paint, the yellow paint and the green paints that you see, which tie in the backsplash and the quartz countertops. Well, this is one of the parts of the project that was the most interesting, and it took a lot of time to put this together just because it is a custom cabinet. We had several things that we wanted to accomplish by building this. One being that Darcy wanted to have some spaces to showcase a lot of her art in color, that it would be brought in with the rest of the home. And Bob and both Darcy wanted to have a flat screen TV with electronics and some of their CDs and music, and it just really came together as a cabinet. But how do you feel about it?
Well, I think the key piece to this addition to the house was the fact that we had 3 different pieces of furniture here before, and none of them matched necessarily, and so they didn't really flow very well with the house. So by putting it all into one contained cabinet like this, we were able to get our CDs located in the lower shelves. We were able to get our sound systems located in the glass area below the television, and then ample book space on each side to really highlight this room, because again, much like the kitchen, this room was white walls, white ceilings, and not much pop to it at all. And so this piece has really emphasized color in this room. And while the green is somewhat different, I think it really accentuates the opportunity of what we're trying to do with the other greens in the building.
So Bob and Darcy, we did get a chance to meet a few times prior to really starting the project, and through that process we talked a lot about product selection, kind of what the job entailed and kind of what you were thinking, and it took a few steps to actually get to the point when we were actually ready to move forward. Mm-hmm. And so could you kind of tell me what helped you make the decision to work with Star Builders?
Well, let me start, Jay. As I told you later on, I was a building contractor down in Southern Oregon for 28 years and built many hundreds of single-family homes and remodeled them too. So I had my own sense of what I felt was the quality that should be found in a general contractor. And so as I was listening to you the first night we met, I was assessing you based on your style, your delivery, your sensitivity, your compassion and concerns that we had. And I found everything that I used to do in my career as a contractor, you've used your own style, but you've used those same principles. And so that sense of trust and assurance was key for me. And so that was one of the reasons that I was sold on having the Star Builders do this work for us, and having you had that work for us also.
Thank you. So once we got started and we started the process, and you know, from demolition to actually putting in the new elements to the home to the very end, how did you think the process went, Darcy? And how'd you feel?
You know, I was really impressed with the way that you handled the schedule. When we started the project, we both agreed, you know, I can't guarantee you when we're going to finish, but we're going to get in, we're going to get out as quickly as we can, and we're going to meet all of your expectations. And you did. We had great communication. You and I would talk frequently. You would tell me.
We had that text message going on.
Yes,
right?
we did. You would let me know if things weren't going to happen the day they were supposed to, or if we were ahead of schedule. You were very accommodating to make sure that you were as inobtrusive as possible, so that we didn't feel like our house had been overrun by contractors. You did scheduling great. The guys came in, they did what they were supposed to do. They, really important, cleaned up before they left. I mean, it was a great process. And you were finished well before most of our friends who knew we were remodeling thought you should have been. Everybody was pretty impressed with your schedule.
So the last thing I need to know, Bob and Darcy, is would you refer me?
You go first.
I would absolutely 100% refer you, Jay. Actually, I already have. I talk you up any chance I can get with regard to how well you performed as a general contractor during our remodeling. Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, let me answer your question by saying, you know, it isn't not too often that you hear good things about contractors. As a matter of fact, the headlines are generally full of persons being victimized by contractors. And again, from the very beginning to all the way to the end of this process, Jay, you have been a professional all the way through, both in the product and the way you've presented yourself. And so, you know, what people like Darcy and I are always willing to do is help promote people who are those type of professionals. We're professionals in our work life, and we want a contractor to be a professional. So you are a very professional contractor. You've always looked out for our best interest, and I wouldn't hesitate at all to recommend you to somebody who is wanting to have that same sense of perfection and satisfaction in a construction job.
Well, thank you so much. It was a pleasure to work for you.